Oops. Okay. I'm guess I'm starting this one alone, and I have some free time. The family is out, so maybe I can get some work done in the next maybe hour and a half. We'll see. And I want to learn a little bit about this UIBuilder because I want to do some new stuff, and I don't think I would be able to do that in the Node-RED dashboard. So I just need to learn something new. And so we are going to do that. And as I said in the previous live, when I finished some housekeeping on the automation engine, is that I started looking into UIBuilder, and I think I do have some basic understanding how it works. So maybe we can just use it. And I've also tried to create a website that I can use. I'm not really good at HTML, especially not the sort of like the new stuff and how it works, but I was able to use ChatGPT just to give me a template and, you know, a couple of basic styles, which are, I think, they're good. Maybe if I have some time, I can work on that. Or if anyone has some good styling skills and want to restyle this page, then of course any help is welcome. But that's what I want to do now. And let me just get the basics started. So I have a big example here, which I think I'm just going to back and forth, go back and forth between this and my example. But let's just start working on this. So I want to use this example, UIBuilder. Okay, so but I want to do it here. So I have a new UIBuilder. And by the way I understand this UIBuilder is that you know, with dashboard you can place certain controls on the screen, like I want the button here, I want the chart here. But UIBuilder, what you are basically doing is you have an HTML file, and then you can use the UIBuilder to dynamically replace parts of it. So what I want to use here, what I want to do is I have this template, which is basically just two big columns, and I'm going to just like tag certain parts of the HTML, which I can auto-populate using the UIBuilder. So based on, like, you know, the number of rules it's going to populate this section here. And also in UIBuilder there is this component here, which is the UI element. And let me just check my phone. Okay, so the UI element, which replaces part of your HTML. Where's my phone holder? Okay, so which replaces part of your HTML with something that you insert. So I think I'm going to use that. So I keep this as a skeleton and just have a piece of Node-RED flow which populates this list, and then it will populate the form as well. And with this UIBuilder, what you can do is you can give it certain elements like lists and paragraphs and form items. So I think there is an example here how you can add a form. So you can add a form in form of a JSON, where it supports the main form elements, like, you know, text and dates and buttons and that sort of stuff. So you define it like this, and then it would automatically render the corresponding HTML, which I think it's going to be great because I don't have to come up with the HTML code myself. But on other cases, like this list view, I think I'm just going to generate the HTML and then just give it to UIBuilder to add it to the site. But let's start from the beginning, and we'll see how we go. So I think I'm just going to name this one Rule Builder, and I don't think I have to configure anything at the moment, and you need to deploy it first, so then it creates this page, and actually you can click here, so you have the URL of your Node-RED/Rule Builder, and so that's done. That's the basics. And I think we can start. So this also gives you a basic structure of like a basic page, and I think I'm just going to use maybe these toggles just for testing. How do I, okay. I always forget how to create a junction. Junction, yeah, okay, that's it. So all you guys go into this junction. And so the reason I'm doing this is, where is my UI template? Okay. So you go here, and I go to, okay, how I do this? Okay, that's it. So if I send the message, nothing happens. I can toggle the message. So now you can see that it works, and I can toggle the status and the message as well. So if I need to do debugging, I can at least do that one. Okay. But what I need to do now is I need to take my HTML and my styles. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my styles and copy that over to the UIBuilder styles. So here in the files you see the styles.css, and okay, I guess I can leave the import here, and I just paste mine, and I'm guessing it will override. Save, okay, done. I don't think I need to deploy. Okay, I think I still have this black background. I'm not sure why that is, but we are going to figure that one out. Maybe there is something in the HTML. Don't know. I'll find out. Have you used Vuetify components? Yeah, no. So I'm completely new to the UI holes. I mean, I haven't used Vue or React or any of these environments, and I think this can use either of those, but I simply have no idea. So I'm really just starting this whole thing. So this Vuetify components in the UI, that's not in UIBuilder, but in the dashboard, right? So let me try to bring over the HTML as well. Okay, so HTML had viewports. Okay, I use the same thing, and then title. Okay. Maybe I'm going to copy this over here as well. CSS, and I guess I need these. Oh, okay, I have a class UIB here. That's probably the reason it is not black. So I just want to use my class. And so this is my code. Or my example, and yep. So now I'm just going to replace the whole stuff. And I'm also, so this is my example. Obviously I created all these, so I have something to view, but so rules is scrollable list. So what I learned is this in this UIB element, you can replace parts of your HTML that are identified by a special ID. So in the example, which I just deleted, so there is an ID more. So I think I'm going to use the same thing here. So I have a scrollable list and I'm just going to use it ID rule list. Rule list. And of course, I don't need any of the examples because this is what I will generate myself. And I'm just going to leave the right column as it is for the time being. So this is ID rule list. So save and done. And following this example, so I will use a UIB element. Sorry, a UIB. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should look at this Vuetify. Maybe that's another way of creating some nice UIs. And I've also read in the Node-RED forum that somebody is working on like a dashboard 2.0 because the current dashboard was built with so many like pre-existing ideas that it is really difficult now to just make changes to that. So they found it easier just to rework the whole framework, and now they are calling it dashboard 2. I have no idea when this is coming out. So this is called UIB element. Okay, so we are going to use that. And oh, my status logging is here. Anyway, I will need some more space. So, and here we are going to insert HTML. So you can see that you can create all these elements here by using that JSON description instead of doing HTML. But I won't be able to replicate my example structure like this one, which is like just a bunch of divs. So I'm just going to use HTML. And you have to give it an ID, rule list. So that's again the ID that will be generated for for this whole thing which gets inserted. And I just need to cheat here. So that's the parent, last, and payload. Okay. So whatever I generate, I want to insert it under the rule list element, which has the ID rule list, and that's last. And the information is coming in the message.payload. And I don't need a heading, optional heading. And yeah, I'm not going to use, fine. And that also goes into this input node of the UIBuilder. I'm just going to give it a name, so rule list. Okay, so that will insert the rule list into my site. Oh, Flow Fuse is working with 2.0. Okay, good to know. So, inject, that's for testing, function, debug. Okay, first I want to get the rule list. which is oops. Oh. It's a good idea that I'm doing copy and paste. So I need to get the settings. Okay. Okay. And if rules length okay, so I just got the settings, and so I can get the root store, whether I want to get the roots from the file storage or the memory, and I get the rules from the context store. So this guy here, and and I think I just want to create. So I'm just going to pass it in. Actually, there is no point to transform any of these, so I think what I can just do is I can just pass it as this object. So if everything is working right, then yeah. Payload. So I put it into the payload equals message. Okay, so I'm getting the. What is this? What am I doing? That's interesting. I've never seen this before. I guess this is some sort of stupid circular reference. Okay, so I have all my rules here. Basically, all I want to extract is the name of the dates for the time being, and I'm going to use a template to format the output to HTML. And I always forget how to do this, so I need to, oh, it's here. Okay. And I'm not going to use this, but I always forget this, how I do this payload / payload. So this one, if you have, I love this template node. Basically what it does is if you do this hash payload and / payload, then if your payload is an array, then it will execute this code for every single instance in that array. And I need to take an example of what I configured for a list item. Okay. Yep, and I don't need a table for this. So it's going to be hash payload and / payload. And yep, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the name. Name. So this is the name attribute. I'm going to render it there. Good. Deploy. Let's check. Date test. Yep, that looks good. So if I pipe this one here, so our website looks like, yep. The spacing is a bit weird, but and if I do timestamp, Why? Yep, 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 yep. Okay, that's great. This is what I was looking for. So, I mean, it is really fast. It's to get something done like this. I don't know why this is not aligned to this line, but anyway. So I want to, maybe I can change these, icons at some point. Actually, this is what I don't understand. So if I look at the template, it uses this icon. So these are, I think these are like emojis. I don't know how to generate these. So these must have a special character, like a Unicode character. And I guess I can F12 here, and I look at the page source. Div bond icon. Oh yeah, that's just a class. Okay, maybe I can some Google like what are the HTML elements here. So what I actually am looking for is I want to assign an event to this div. So I can click on any of these elements here, and I was assuming that okay, so that's going to be a little bit difficult, because what I was assuming that because I insert these elements here, they would have a special ID. Oh, okay, but because I generate the HTML myself, it doesn't have, so it puts everything into a div, and you can see rule underscore list underscore UIB, and that actually comes from here, rule list underscore UIB. But I need to create my own IDs. So so here ID equals and so ideally, I don't know how to create a number here which is the index within this payload. And I think this is called the, okay, I think I need to Google node. Maybe I can just template. Okay, so this is mustache. So maybe I can do something here. Okay, name. Oh. Okay, so this is how I reference to fields, and I can reference to sub-objects as well, so that's good. Implicit iterator, okay, fine. Template today. Okay. Yeah, these are the sections, so this is how you create sections. And yeah, and whew. non-false values. Okay. Inverted sections, comments, partials. Oof, okay. Okay. Oh, this is getting too complicated for me, to be honest. And that's it. Okay. So maybe I'm just going to do maybe I'm just going to do it here. So I'm just going to loop through and edit myself. Okay, welcome chicken. Yeah, dashboard 2.0. I think it's going to be interesting. Maybe I should read some of this stuff ahead, so I know what this is about. So I want just to loop through the whole list. I know I could do this for each, but actually I want to use this variable now. So rules i.id equals I. So because I have no idea how to create the ID, I'm hoping that I can do it like this. Done. Inject. Website. Oh, not this one. We can close this one. Hit this here. And yeah, rule 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because now I want to assign an event to this, and the way you do this is I'm just going to go back to my forum post where I got some help. So I just want to assign this on-click event. And I'm just hoping that just by assigning this, it will become clickable. And let's just put some debug notes here. And I think it's the best idea to create a complete debug. No, I think the first one is going to be enough. Data from the front end, control messages. Yeah, I only need the data from the front end for the time being. Okay, so I did this now. Inject, so it generates the new code, and I can close this. Yeah, and you see it becomes clickable. And if I click, then oh yes, it is working. So now I have a payload. Okay, I don't have a payload, but what I care about is this UI. Okay, so we have this underscore UI element in the response, and we have a send. And I clicked on rule underscore 0. So I was thinking that maybe I can use this very sort of sloppy rule that now I always know that the ID is so if the ID starts with a rule, then I clicked an element which is here, and I can just basically look at the number underscore behind the underscore. It's not nice, but I guess it gets the job done. So I don't really care about anything else other than you know, props, attributes, classes, mouse div, client ID. Yeah, I don't really care about any of the other stuff. So I can do a function here, and I think probably this is going to loop back into everything else. Process output, process user input, because that's going to be like that. And so objects, yeah. So probably I can do a lot of housekeeping up. Let me just import this whole lot, because I think sooner or later I would need to use these anyway. Like my settings and everything else. And probably I'm all going to use log level here, but yep. So my rules are here, my data cache, everything is here. Okay. And there is going to be a big switch node. So switch message dot underscore UI. Okay, no. Let's check this one first. Message dot equals. So if this is an event send, I don't know if there is going to be anything else. Probably it's just going to be event send, but let's see. And if the ID is if message dot UIB ID point dot substring I, is it all okay? It's all lowercase. So 4. Let's say 5 is rule underscore. So green and ring and rule selection. OAO. Why did it go to my other screen? I'm not sure. Anyway, click. Yep. Okay. So if this is a rule selection, then what we can do is let array equals message dot this dot split and the rule ID is and this is the second array, and actually we should convert it to a number. Parse integer. I want to make sure that it's not NaN. 3 0. Okay, that works. And I'm thinking that so my thinking is that this is going to do all just the processing of what comes in, and then maybe define what item got selected, what needs to be printed on the screen, but then the actual, getting the data, what needs to be printed, is still going to be in separate function nodes. So maybe what I can do here is I can create a big context storage here, which is going to be like editor, and I'm going to store all the values that are store what is happening on the editor. So what is selected, which rule is selected, what we have here, and some of the other bits and pieces. So I think yeah, I'm going to do something like this. Okay, and the editor dot rule ID equals rule. So we are just going to put this here, and flow.set editor. Okay. And okay, and then we selected the rule ID, so we can just return. And we are going to return this here on the output. So if I deploy, and if I select something here, and if I refresh, then editor rule ID is 1. Okay. And what I can do here if editor dot rule ID not undefined. So if we have selected a rule, then rules oh, actually I put this into the no. Okay, and I add a selected attribute to the editor, which to the rule that got selected, and I pass that through, because what I want to do here is that so it has a class list item, and I want to add the word selected here. And I know you can do these stuff in Mustache as well. And actually, I think I've scrolled through that example just a few minutes ago. And I know that I have done this before. And it's done with the same question mark. I think it's done with the same question mark. Person. Non-false values, when the value is non-false but not in the list, it will why? Okay, Or maybe they are using the pipe. Oh, where is my pipe? It's not the pipe. Will there be a recording on this broadcast on the channel? Actually, I think there should be. Well, I'm not really doing anything with these recordings. I'm just putting them on, but I am assuming that these can be accessed later on as well, because I can see that I'm getting like just a few number of views here, but when I go back to my main dashboard, I can see like a few hundred views on these live. So I think it just becomes available automatically, you know, once the streaming stops. So yeah, sure. And mustache conditional rendering. How to render if statement in, okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, it's again the slash hash. Fine, let's give it a try. Slash selected, selected. I'm absolutely not sure if this is going to work, but inject. It works. Yeah. And yeah, if I do this, oh, that's stupid. Hey, oh, I know. I learned this the hard way. So if you are, when you do something like this, rules equals flow.get rules, it doesn't copy the data in the context, but it instantiates it. So when I change it, then it actually, you know, when I change anything, even without, you know, typing flow.set, it automatically updates the flow. So if I go to the flow now, you can see my, so this is this is selected, this is selected, this is selected as well. So all of them are selected. So this is why I need to just change it here. So I'm going to do this that if actually, you know what? I should make this change. I think I should make this change on the other code, because that's where the selection happens. So I think I should maintain all the data here as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so technically again, as you can see, the ID gets written into this as well, so I don't really need to do this every single time. Okay, so if actually, let me put this one here. Well, if we have gotten this point, then the rule is definitely selected. So there is something is definitely selected. So what I'm going to do here is if I equals to the editor.rule ID. So if this is a selected item, then rules.i.selected equals true. And probably I can do this in a much simpler way as well. I can do something like here that anyway, it takes up more space, but I guess the execution is going to be the same anyway. Okay, so this is false, and that's the end of it. And I don't need this. And I deleted an extra thing. Okay, so we go through all the rules, and then we deselect everything, and then we just select the ones that we actually need. So if I do this, wow, magic! Okay. It is fairly easy to get things done with this thing, UIBuilder. Okay, maybe I can spend a little bit extra time just to beautify this just a little bit. Okay. Okay. So that's how it looks like. Maybe I can do something different for these icons. So HTML icons. So the thing is that what I don't understand is how you get this icon. Where does it come from? Because even if the F12, it doesn't show me anything. It just so it's a div icon. Okay, that's only styles here, and you see even this one shows just. So I think these are like the emojis. Emoji codes. Ooh, okay. Oh, so this is some Unicode shit. Okay. Okay. Full skin token list. What's this? Not sure. It doesn't load. Unicode CLDR project. I have no idea what this is. Helps, index and help. Emoji ordering, count, proposals. Actually, what I don't need the emojis. I just need Oh, okay. Unicode, about Unicode technical support membership emoji search. Nope. Code charts. Wow. Wow. Find chart by hex code. Oops. Wonderful. So how the hell I search for American scripts, emojis and pictographs, specials, numbers and digits, mathematical symbols, punctuations, alphanumeric technical symbols, control pictures. What's this? Oh, okay, yeah, I don't care about that. Miscellaneous technical. Damn. Oof. Okay. Okay, everything is here. Because what I was thinking that I already have, I added this enable and disable thing, so I can change the icon based on if something is enabled or disabled. And here what I can use this small text here is maybe just use icons in what's in the conditions and what's in the actions. And I was just thinking about, you know, using some sort of codes here. I have no idea how. I mean, there must be a some sort of easy search functionality. Unicode. Okay. Unicode icons. Damn, that's a lot. Okay, so I would need something for a okay, that would be symbol, list of Unicode symbols, basic Latin. Oof. File folder. Wow. Okay. Copy. Hey, okay, that's what I need. So symbol search. Okay, I just need a way, images, okay, file folder. So I need an idea what symbol I can use for, let's say, an automation, and I need a version where, you know, maybe something is black and white and something is color, so I can indicate that something is enabled or disabled. Content, telephone, flowers, crosses, hearts, arrows, planets, sports. Wow. Crosses. Maybe not that. Special symbols. And can I search something here like oh, okay. So there are some really elaborate graphics here as well. Okay, so I can use this for if I have a time condition, maybe. Oh, that's cool. Maybe this is a better icon for a sort of like a reoccurring thing. I just want to find. Well, sorry, I just want to see if I can find something here, which is something similar, which is black and white. Miscellaneous symbols and pictograms. Let's look into this category and maybe we'll find something which is yeah, I can see all these. They are familiar from WhatsApp and Viber and the other thing. Globe, all the weather. Jeez. Beverage symbols, celebration symbols, musical symbols, entertainment symbols. Building, okay, missing sports, emoji notifiers, animals, hands. Okay, I think I'm going to use this lot. I'm pretty sure I will be able to. Yeah, you can see all the folders and everything. Actually, maybe I can use. Oh. Maybe I can use something like this. So if it's closed, it's disabled, and if it's open, it's enabled. Okay, so how I yeah, if the value is false. Okay, so class div icon. Okay, so the icon, if something is true, so if enabled. So if the enabled is true, then we are going to use the open folder. And we close with enabled. And if the enables is false, yep, enabled, then we are going to use the other one, which is the closed folder. Yep. Yeah, because this is disabled and the other ones are enabled. Whoa. That's really good. Okay, so this is cool, and I can do this here as well. So yeah, and I do like the fact that I don't really have to code an awful lot to get this going. So here in this section, I want to have icons for the whole, condition stuff. So conditions. So what I'm going to do is I also going to create a thing on conditions. And first I'm just going to print here the trigger. And trigger. Yep, that's good. Okay, so it prints as many times as many conditions I have in for that rule. Okay, so where is my node? So okay, that's cool. And so I can, and again I can do like a big sort of like this here. So if it is oh, okay. So I would need to find a way to place an icon based on not a value of a field. Variables. Okay, I'm not sure if I would be able to do this. Okay, I don't think it will be a lambda function. We have done the sections, empty list, I don't care, lambda. So rep name is some okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Conditional if-else statement. HTML, CSS, JS. Okay, so script. Okay, I don't think I can do a condition on the value, unfortunately. I can do a condition if the thing exists, if an attribute exists. Formatting mustache conditional for HTML rendering. Response template opt-in. Yeah, so yeah, if opt-in is false. Yeah. So the reason I want to look for this because, so the reason I want to, I would like to do it here because then I can do all the formatting related stuff here, like, you know, conversion of text to icons here, and I wouldn't have to put it in JavaScript or something like that. But I don't think it would be possible, so I can't. Yeah. Let's check this example again. Okay, so if notified type friendship, okay, actually, if notified type render something, okay, so that actually this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, it cannot be done. Yeah, yeah. Move as much logic out of the template as possible. Okay, I mean, I know where to move the logic. I was just hoping that I can do it in any other way, but fine. So maybe what I can do is I can leave it here and then I do it here, which again, it will end up in the context, but it will end up in the context, no big deal. So rules, and it will get re-executed every single time, but again, it's not a big deal because it only happens when the user clicks on something. It's not like that this rule will get executed when the whole thing runs. When the rules are evaluated. Okay, so assign icons to the conditions on the condition trigger types. So there is going to be a switch on rules I dot for, that's another loop, j less than rules I dot conditions dot length j plus plus, and this is where I usually do typos and use j's and not i's and not j's. So obviously you have to be careful. So switch rules I conditions j, and probably I should use for each at this case, and dot trigger. And so if I say that it is case data, then icon equals something. Okay, let's hunt for icons. So we have data, state, and I think we have time, right? Okay, let's look for something. Let's look for a default icon. Default icon is going to be, let's use this as a default icon. Default. Oops. Okay, that's my default icon. And I have data, oops, that state and time. And just to make sure, let's look at the documentation and rule builder conditions, data, state, time. Yep, date, state, and time. We have date, state, and time. Okay, let's hunt for icons. So we have, let's look at the time. That was easy. I do remember there was some clocks. Where are the clocks? No idea. So clock. Let's use this one. So this is going to be our time rule. And let's look something which is data. Oh, only this. I need a better keyword. Input. No. Let's look at the miscellaneous pictograms again. Data. I mean, I'm going to use just some stupid icons because I don't think that I would be able to find anything which is even remotely, you know, descriptive of either data or state. I mean, maybe I can use something for state because then it, like, you know, it goes from one to another. Like, you know, it's sort of like a circular thing. And data could be one of the notepad thingies here. Memo, oh, let's use memo, whatever. Okay, so that's done. And then here I'm going to use conditions, and actually I'm going to conditions and I'm going to print the icon and BSP, non-breaking space. Glitch. Oh, cool. Oh, Yeah, and it works. Yeah. So for example, this date rule only has a date thing, and then the washing machine looks for date and state, date and state, date and state. Pretty much everyone is date and state, and then this has time conditions as well. So actually, that describes the how the rule works. So that's cool. This is what I wanted. So and then I want an arrow. And we do the same with the, maybe this is a small arrow, but we will do the same with the actions as well. And I can do the same thing here in the actions. Assign icons to condition triggers. I assign icons to action. What do we have in actions? Types. They are types. Okay, and we are going to do the same loop. We can use the same variable. So let, I guess I don't really have to use let here anymore. So conditions, and that's going to be actions, 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 actions. Actions, we are going to use this default again. This is good enough. Exchange J, yep. And the switch is going to be on the action type. Oh, actually, I do have to use that. So action type, and we have action types as set state, time conditions, rule actions, set state, control, and that's it. Set state, control. Okay, let's hunt for icons. Control. Oh. Maybe we can use this envelope for a control. And the set state is megaphone, whatever. And in the template, we are going to use the same method, but we are just going to use on actions. And within each action, we are going to print what is in the icon, which is going to contain the icon and the non-breaking space, and deploy, execute. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yep. Exactly what I wanted. If I want to make it really nice, I can just do a small, what you call it, like hint. I'm not sure if you can do hints for the actions. You can do hints for or captions for the images, something like that. But anyway, I will get used to that, and that works as well. And yeah. Okay, and again, that was done with very little coding, to be honest. I mean, it's not an awful lot, it's doing some sort of like graphical conversions here, but just basically just getting the data, and then most of the formatting happens here, and that works already. So yeah, I'm quite happy. That looks good. I don't need this, and we can carry on. So I think what I want to do is, so these are my, so that's my form, and ID selected rule name, selected rule name. Okay, save. So I have just given a an ID of this, so I can replace it based on the selection here. So let's go back to the main code, and so for this I would need a new UIB element. So I mean, I'm not really going to use this, but I give it a different name to what I use. Selected rule name. So this matches with the ID that I've given in the code. This is going to be HTML and rule name. And this goes back to here, and I think what I'm going to do here is, yeah, I'm going to check which one is selected. If I'm just going to put it into some variables. So selected rule name equals okay, selected rule name. So I put it into the message, to the main message object, and I just use a, well, actually I don't need to use that. Message dot selected rule name. So this will just fetch the selected rule name from the message object and put it into the template. So oops. Selected rule name. Let's just do a debug. It's here, selected rule name, and selected rule name, message dot selected rule name, selected rule name. Select bloody spelling, stupid spelling. Okay, so yeah, that's where you get caught, is if you don't know how to spell. Okay, let's keep everything consistent. Selected rule name, selected rule name. Everything is like that. Okay, good. I think I need to refresh this, and I need to do this one as well. And it still doesn't work. Okay, F12. Selected rule name. Rule list. Oh, hey, it's here. Oh, sorry, that's the list. No, I want to close the right column. Selected rule name form 2. HTML into, oh shit, hash. So it knows it's an ID that it needs to match, not, still doesn't work. Mustache. Oh, oh. Okay, why is the form still there? Okay, anyway, I can remove this. That's not a problem. Quite like it. Okay. Okay, what's the next? Actually, so the reason I'm a little bit puzzled, because my understanding was that it always replaces, no, yeah. Okay, it doesn't do that, because I think because it says it here that do it last, it puts it to the end of what's inside that tag, which is the word form. So that stays there and it just puts whatever comes through here to the end of it. So that's why, and it puts it into a different div. So this is why it's in the new line. So, I mean, yeah, I guess in the template, I just need to remove it. I keep this empty and save, and that will take care of it. So now the next thing is that, I need to start creating all the conditions and the rules. Sorry, actions. And I can strip this, sample form, because I won't be needing this. So actions, conditions, actions, fine. And I have to put again a placeholder div here. I have to come up with a lot of different styles here. So that's going to be a okay. So the form itself has a style. Okay. So that's okay, let's just name it condition list, and that's going to be condition list as well. and the actions is going to have the same. It's going to be just action list. So condition list, action list, and that's the rule name. Okay, and I save, and I have to come up with a. I think I'm just going to copy this form CSS for the time being, and this is called condition list. Condition list. Okay. And let me just rearrange this stuff a little bit better so I have more space to work with. So that's the. Oof. I'm thinking that I'm going to have sections like this here for conditions and actions, and probably more stuff here for all the different forms. So I'm thinking that maybe I can create. I'm just trying to just rearrange these a little bit better. So maybe put a junction here and a junction there as well. So this goes to here. Oops. This goes to here, and that goes to there. Can I? No, I can't. And it goes to here. I don't think I can do. This is ugly. I need a link. Link in. And I'm going to name this rule builder UI builder input, and then link out ship, and this will go in here. Okay, it will keep it a little bit more tidy, and I think here there's going to be like a bunch of case switches as well, and here payload editor, and I think I'm just going to set the topic as well, just to say what got clicked. Rule selected, because there is going to be something like condition selected, action selected, and based on what got selected, I don't need to regenerate the whole screen again or reinsert the whole screen. Okay, so this is rule selected, and probably a big switch here. Switch. What is the action? And topic. And topic is rule selected. And if it's rule selected, then we need to update the rules. Okay. That I don't need anymore because this is working. Cool. So now we can do the whole thing again with conditions. Condition list. Okay, and yep. And this is going to be called condition list, and the rule list is condition list. condition list. And last and payload, no heading. Okay. Fine. Let's let's look at this one. So I'm wondering, do I need to do anything here? Okay, we have the editor here. So I think I'm, yeah, I mean, I just got the whole, okay, let's make myself a little bit easier. Okay, so conditions, the payload is rules at editor dot rule ID. Oh, my dad is calling, but I think I'm just going to call him back. So editor.ruleid.conditions. Because after all, I only need to render this, so there's no point passing the whole shebang around. Okay, so editor, okay, that's done. And in the template, I think I need to do the whole ID thing again. Yeah, and probably I need to do for the actions as well, and I might just do it here because I already have all the data. I'm doing the whole looping and everything. So rules.i.conditions.j.id equals j. And I do the same for actions. Oops, what did I do? Actions dot j equals j. Okay, so that will prepare the data for me, and I have a div and I had to do the whole selected thing again as well. Oh Jesus, where I did the selected if rules. Oh, okay. Oh, I did it on the anyway, okay, that's fine. So condition ID, yep, and I think I'm just going to print everything here because it's almost readable, and I can make it pretty a little bit later on, but I think that's going to be enough to get started. Oh, operator. And so far I think every condition has these 3 attributes. So we are good as long as we keep to that rule. Or if I keep to that rule. Okay, so this would get the trigger, the operand, the operator, and the value printed. And this will go up. And this is Yep. Already looks good. And now I also initially need to do this. Oh, crap. Condition list. What did I do wrong? Condition list. Condition. What just happened? Okay. So why is it not working? So is this because of the ID condition? I should have changed this. So I want to create a condition list, okay, 2, and then replace it into the condition list ID last payload. That's it. And so that's how it looks like now if I insert. Okay. Yep, that works. Why wasn't it working before? Woo! Fantastic. It works. And I can click. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So time equals 1500. Okay, maybe I just need to print this one, but I can already at least understand what's going on here. Let's quickly do the status, the actions, because then that would be good. So if get action list, and that's going to be actions. So the selected rules actions, and oops, and in the okay, let's do the template first. So actions have a type and a topic and a value. And action, yep, I want this to be clickable, and I want this to replace the action list and action. Okay. So I think the biggest mistake to make here is that all these typos between the IDs in your HTML and the UIB element stuff, and obviously it's class. Okay, the class is the same, ID action list. Sorry, condition list, action list. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That goes back down here. And wow, man, this is good. Oh, it has 3. Yep. Oh, I like it. I like it. And now what happens is I can select an action, sorry, I can select a condition, click, and I have an event which is event, ID is condition, and yep. And I can do the same with actions, action, and I have an events and action 0. Okay, so I can expand this code here. Node status, tick, tick, node status, red dot unhandled event, and then okay, because I'm not using a case but I'm just using ifs, maybe it's a good idea to have an unhandled event. Okay, good. So this one, and then paste. So this is condition. Is it condition? Condition. And green. Condition selected. So yeah, I'm going to split it, but again, we get the ID at the end, and status green, yeah. Let's keep consistent, condition ID selected, editor dot condition ID is condition ID, and let's save the editor, payload editor, it is condition selected, select yeah. Okay, so now this is rule editor dot rule ID dot conditions dot length if I equals editor dot condition ID, then rules the conditions condition I selected equals true, otherwise is false. Yeah, it's a lot of copy and paste. I hate it. So yep, conditions selected, set the selected flag on the yeah, okay. So, and again, there is a lot of assumptions here because we are assuming that the role ID is selected. It should be, but yeah, probably I have to do some if statements here, so we are not, I mean, otherwise it's just going to fail. It's not nice. It's just going to send an error. Yeah, so if it's that, and we don't have another loop here, no, we don't. Yeah, rule condition is selected. Yep. Okay, I think that's going to work. And if the if this is condition selected, again typos, then I update this. and I forget to save the rules. So actually I should flow.set rules, because I'm updating the rules up here, and settings dot, oh shit, what is it? Settings dot rule store. Oops. Anyway, let's type it. Rule store. And the same should be here as well. Yep. I'm not really the fan that I'm using the rules to store, well, besides storing the rules, some of the things that are related to the editor, but with this template, I don't know how I would be able to do that, you know, processing two different set of information, like how I can do a selected based on the number in the item that comes from a different variable. I don't think it would be possible. So yeah, let's just leave it like that. Okay, and something is not working. Let's look at errors. Unhandled event condition. Why? Oh, stupid me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's such a good idea that I put this thingy on the end. Oh, look, it gets selected. Way, that's cool. Okay. And it remembers the selection between the all the things. Ah. Yeah, actually when I'm switching rules, I should set the condition ID to null. I think undefined. I can do undefined. JavaScript, delete attribute from object. Delete. Okay, let's use that. Delete. Delete. Okay, let's do the same thing for the actions. So big copy and paste with a lot of potential for errors, obviously. Action, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first, I should, yeah, I probably should have done the split here as well, and then I just look at the first. Yeah, let's look at let's do this. Let imp event input. Yeah, it's going to be good enough. So even input, it's split that, and if the even input 0 is rule, then we do that, and the rule ID is going to be even input 1. I think this is probably a better way of doing this. So if even input 0 is that I don't need this one, and then it's even input 1. So we are splitting, yep. Clicked on a rule. Then clicked on a condition. Let's just make sure that it still works. Yep, it still works. I think my family is coming home, so I'm just going to close the door. Yep, and so maybe there's going to be some noise from the background. So that's done, and we can do the actions. So I don't have to deal with this, number of characters, blah 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 blah. It's more prone to errors. Action. Everything is prone to spelling mistakes, but that's how it is. Actions, selection, selected. Okay, let's do the whole thing. Okay, so it's action green, action ID. Let's keep it consistent. So and the action ID and the editor.action ID is the action ID. We save the editor. We save it at the we call the topic action selected. Select the set the selected flag in the action structure. Let rules rules rule ID actions. If editor dot condition ID, this is action ID, actions and actions. Set rules unhandled. Done. Close. Yep. That's not working because hey, why is it not? Oh, wait. No. We are doing this here. Actions selected. Actions I selected. And let's look at the context. Okay, so what did I do? I have gone to the washing and I selected the rules. Second, washing ends. Action selected true. Okay, so this one is definitely working. Oh, what did it do here? What's this? ID selected true. Why we have selected? Shit. Okay, I've just messed up my data. It's a good thing that I have in the inject node, so I can inject the whole thing in again. So topic. It might be. Maybe it comes from the fact that editor. Okay. Action ID. Action ID selected. Okay, so I think this one works. And this one works as well. So it is here. What's happening here? Let's delete. Let's do that. So we got a action selected 0. So this is definitely working. It knows that I selected an action, and probably if I go to the context and then I refresh, I select the action ID. It's also shows here. So if I select the rule and actions 0, selected true. It has 1. Selected true. Let's look at the source code. Yeah, it should be list item dash selected. The class should be that, because that drives how what colors it shows up on the screen. So why is it not working? Let's refresh and do this and select. Oh, nice. Okay. So yeah, I think there was something with the oh, I know. That's because of that action selected. I just did not redraw the UI. So now if it's, yeah, it works now. Oh, what? Wait, wait. What's this? Okay, let's just refresh. What is this? Oh. Okay. Let me fix this. I inject the rules again and I regenerate it. Control date test 1. Okay. Set state. Okay. Yeah. So the thing here is that here for the conditions, I have the same attributes every single time, depending on the what type of action it is. But for the what type of condition is, but for the actions it's not, because here I have topic and what did I do here? Yeah, topic and value. But if I look at another example, it has topic value. But if I look at the actions here, it has state and name. So obviously just, and it has a value. So this is why it says washing, but then it doesn't say the other two. Yeah, so I have to come up with a different logic here. And we'll see how that happens. Yeah. But I think it is already working quite well. I mean, I'm doing this recording for 2 hours now, and I think in 2 hours I got most of this logic done already. I have done some pre-work by generating the HTML, but populating the value, handling some user control, or so user events, some inputs and clickings is done already. I think it's a big progress. You might say it's not a big progress because in you know, if you do this in dashboard, then all these events are handled for you, but obviously we have to do a lot more groundwork. But I think this wasn't an awful lot of groundwork, also given the fact that I'm doing this for the first time. So it is not bad at all in my view, to be honest. So I think it you know, it looks pretty good. Probably I need to do some cleanup in the code. So like if you know, these items keep selected, because now it remembers which condition and action was selected in each of the different rules. So if you switch in between back and forth between the rules, then they will keep selected. Probably I can just remove those. It doesn't make sense to have all of them selected at the same time. But yeah, it is definitely getting there. And maybe we can also start implementing some changes to how these things work. And I mean, that's going to be cool, because I mean, so far I haven't really done, but maybe I can just implement something simple in the beginning, like you know, doing enable and disable. So we should see these icon, you know, flipping between the closed folder and the open folder. That would be nice. And yeah, of course it would be, and probably I need to work something on the conditions as well. Sorry, on the layout as well, but that's probably going to be the last. I think what I would try to do next is to create a what you call it, like an editor maybe for the conditions. I think the conditions is going to be easier because let me just increase them. Oh, okay. The volume on the mic was way down. I don't know, maybe it was a little bit too quiet. Maybe it's a little bit too loud at the moment. Maybe, actually, let me just go back and then I will change this a little bit later. So at least I keep it consistent across the recording. So anyway, so I think creating a UI for the conditions, like where I can change the value, it will make more sense because as I said, the attributes are all the same for them, for the triggers, for the conditions, and that's going to be just easier. But yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is, before I forget, I'm just going to export this whole shebang. So everything that we created today is here. And again, as a housekeeping, you need UIBuilder for this, which is Node-RED contrib UIBuilder. And I'm hoping that this UIBuilder is going to save everything here. So it has, you know, CSS and index HTML. It also has an index.js, which I haven't modified. So that's just the basic, you know, whatever gets delivered with a new UIBuilder project. But let's see if it gets saved. So if I export the flow to download, and nope, download. So I'm just looking in the flow file if I have had summary. Okay, that's already the logging part, but I think probably it's going to be later on because that's I created later. Rule documentation. Okay, that's the documentation, storage, context, send simple message to the default. Okay, so that's the inject code. That's the inject. Get rule list. Okay, so it must have been somewhere here. Yeah, I have no idea if it gets packaged within the JSON file when you download, because this is JavaScript. I don't see I don't see my HTML, or I don't see my settings.js. Oh, it's here. No, that's the template. UIB element, okay. UIBuilder. On click. Okay, that's the template node. Oh, actually I should search from the beginning. UIBuilder. Okay, so there is the UIBuilder node here. Rule builder. And yep, there is nothing really here. Okay. Let me share this one. And I call it automation engine. And yes, please, all right. And let's just export it. And then I'm going to end the live here. And I should really get coffee because I'm tired. So add file, upload file, and come on. Version. Okay, I need to update the version info, and I probably have to add the stream information here as well, or the YouTube link, but I don't think I have it from here. So okay, this is start work on the in UIBuilder. Okay, it's online. I think I should be able to do it from Node-RED as well, but I need to figure out. I know that you can, I'm sorry, not here, that you can do here like, I've seen it, that you can control Git from here. I just need to set it up to be able to control specific flows or put specific flows in the GitHub. I don't know if I can certainly, I definitely know that you can control the whole thing. I don't know if you can do it by flow, by tabs, because that would be my idea, just to assign different files to them and then upload them to GitHub that way. But yeah, I think this was fun. I was hoping to get to at least that far. I think it was slightly easier than I thought, although I have done my homework previously, so I think I had some good understanding how it's supposed to work, and it's supposed to, well, it definitely works that way, and it is not an awful lot of code. I mean, that's the input, the event detection. It's not that bad. Here it's mostly, UI defining these things and a bunch of template nodes. I mean, that's cool. I mean, maybe it would be better if I can have a little bit more logic in the UI template, so I can just strictly separate the logic from the UI generation, because here it's a little bit of mix and match between the function node and the template node. But I guess we just have to work with the capabilities that we have in the template, and I mean the template node itself, and this mustache syntaxing. But I mean, I don't really have to use this. I guess I could have used something else as well. Maybe I can use JavaScript here as well. I've never used that, so I have no idea how that would look like. I mean, this is only syntax highlighting, so I don't think I can actually use anything else here. I mean, the template node pretty much just it uses mustache by default. I'm not really sure how you can change that to something else, but I got used to this, so I think it's nice, and we will figure out for something else for as we dig deeper. But again, I think thanks for everyone who has been here, and I'm pretty sure that as I said, the recording is going to be available once it stops, and you can watch the whole thing from the beginning if you only manage to join sort of like halfway through or in the middle. But yeah, that was good. It was a good, relaxing Sunday afternoon for me. I hope it was the same for you as well. But thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next video. Bye bye.